You want to be an actor but don't have any training? You can't take any classes or go to school because you have a life and you don't have the time? Well, if this sounds like you, then you need to join Acting for Beginners Academy, where you are in control of your energy, your time, and your acting education. Acting for Beginners is an online, self-paced academy where you will receive reliable information from me, Danny Guevara, with over 13 years experience. We'll discuss breaking into the industry, developing a healthy mindset and confidence, which we all can use, and we'll also pursue acting the right way. So head over to www.actingforbeginners.academy, where you will be in control of your acting education, your confidence, your acting career, or hobby. See you there. Bye.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody, and happy new year. We made it to 2022. As you can see, it's time to do things differently. I'm upping and stepping up my game in this Acting for Beginners because we have to take this serious, right? So I just want to say welcome, everyone, to the group of Acting for Beginners. I am Danny Guevara. I am your acting coach. I am here to help you, help motivate you, and help you navigate through this strenuous, crazy journey. So again, welcome and happy new year. I guess for all of my replay watchers, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in because I know when you're like watching this playback, you're like, just go ahead and get to it. Don't be waiting on everybody to come into the room. Just go ahead and get started. So that's what I'm gonna do. So if you've missed anything that I said, just go ahead and watch it from the beginning when it comes back around. All right. So this group is Acting for Beginners. And I know the question everyone wants to know is, how do I get started in acting? I want to go to Hollywood. I want to be in the movies. I want to be on TV like now. We all do. And that's usually our goal when we want to become an actor. We want to be on TV and on the big screen, right? But it doesn't happen like overnight so fast like that. It takes a lot of work. It takes training. It takes patience. It takes networking, meeting the right person. It's really who knows you, not who you know. We all know Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry, does he know us, right? So it takes some groundwork, getting out there, networking, getting your work out there, and all of that good stuff. But this is not what the class is about. This class is about finding clues within the script. So the reason why I wanted to talk about finding clues within the script is because usually when we get a script, right? And this is Acting for Beginners, so let me break it down. What a script is, and I'm just going to use the words that I Googled when I looked up script. The script is the written text of a play or a movie. So that's what a script is. So when you hear me say script, it's the words, the dialogue, the words or the monologue that the actor says. That's the script. What you get when you audition are the sides. What that is an insert from the script that you audition of your character. All right. So when you hear script, it's the written text of a play, a movie, a TV show. Okay. That's the written text. The sides are the insert from it. If you guys have any questions, please, comment in the comment section of wherever you're watching this. If it's Facebook, if it's YouTube, if it's Instagram, I will try to find a way to check them out and look at them. But definitely when this is over, I'll be reading them and reaching back out to you to answer those questions if I can't see it. I do see Facebook right now. So if you have anything you need to ask me, go ahead and just do that. All right. So anyway, what I was saying is how to find clues in a script and why this is important. Because what we do when we get a script, the first thing that a lot of us like to do, we like to see who our character is, right? So we like to see who our character is, and then we read just our part, just to get those words, just to hurry up and start memorizing lines. That's what you don't want to do. And the reason why you do not want to just start memorizing lines is because you're going to start memorizing these lines like a song. You know, when you hear a song, you start memorizing or you start learning the melody, you start learning the words, do you sing it the same way every time? And that's fine with the song because that's how the song goes. But when it comes to a script, don't memorize it like no song. Don't memorize it and say it the same way repeatedly. For one, that shows, well, not just me, but I guess me because I know what it looks like. What that does is just shows us that you're not reacting and connecting with the other actor. Because I guarantee you that other actor who you're in that scene with is going to deliver those lines totally different from how you was rehearsing it. And if you're not listening and reacting, and I'm looking to the side because usually when we act, especially in an audition, we're not looking into the camera. So I'm looking to the side when you will learn these things. But so yeah, you usually place your actor to the right or left of the camera. So that's why when I'm talking about someone else that I'm in a scene with, I'm usually looking to the right or to the left of the camera. When I'm talking to you, I'm going to be talking to you. Okay, so yeah, so we will be able, if you memorize the script up in a pattern where you're saying it the same exact way, the viewer will be able to tell, the director will be able to tell, the cast and directors, the producers, everyone will be able to tell when you are actually on set with that other actor and you're memorizing or you're reciting, you're saying your lines the same exact way. Because this other actor is giving you something different. So if they're giving you something, you should be able to, you're going to respond to how they're giving it to you, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense, and it will make sense. So let's go back to finding the clues in the script. What that means is when you read a script or sides, the other characters in the story most of the time, they're going to reveal some things about your character. So yeah, you have what your character says, you have those lines, but what do the other characters think about you? Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So what is it that they are saying about you that helps you to know about you, who you are, the relationship that you have with them? Let's see what else. So you know what, let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up a script right now. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to read it, so just bear with me, but it's a pretty good story. Okay, so we're going to read this, or I'm going to read this and you follow along. We're Gloria. That's our character. And there's going to be two other characters in this script that are talking about a situation, and Gloria is going to be mentioned in this. All right, so bear with me. Let's pull this up. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If you can, thumbs up. If not, say you can't hear me. You don't have to blow up the spot with thumbs downs. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's pull up this script here. I'm going to disappear for a second, but hopefully you can hear my voice still. If you can still hear my voice, just give me that thumbs up. If you cannot hear, please just let me know that you can't hear it. I am going to stop this here. Boom, so we can read that whole thing. All right, here we go. So here is the script. I'm going to go ahead and read it. We're not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to stop at a certain point. All right, so when you get a script, the first thing you do is you are to read it. Read it as many times as you need to understand what's going on. So the first thing we're going to do is read it. All right, so Dean says, and this is from Gloria. Okay, so Dean, shut up. I still beat Kendra. Annie, are you hungover? Dean, what do you think? Where were you last night? Gloria's housewarming. Wait, you actually went? I thought we were all going. Why didn't you text me back? Oh no, I thought we were joking. Dean says, how would me texting you, are you coming to Gloria's, be a joke? I totally thought you were texting me as if you were at the party, but you actually really weren't. Dean, why would I ever do that? Annie says, I don't know. It just seems like something you would do. I was never going to go to Gloria's. She's an emotional terrorist. Yeah, well, once I showed up last night and realized I was the only idiot who came, I had to drink enough to forget I was there. So for the record, the way I feel is sort of your fault. Annie says, I'm so sorry. Was it awful? Dean, so awful, so awful and sad. Annie says, oh no. As you're reading, I'm going to stop for a second. As you're reading, you are to read all of the stage directions, all of the actions. So then it says, Miles re-enters with the printer paper, and this just tells you what's going on. Dean says, no one showed up, and she hired a bartender and everything. Miles, oh, and then, sorry, the action says, sing Miles, pulling herself up brightly. Good morning, Miles. Good morning. I'll come by with something for you to do in just a second. Miles says, okay, no rush. Dean whispering to Annie harshly. How early did he get here? Annie whispering. He was here when I got here, Dean still whispering. Why would you show up before your supervisors? That is so weird. This is an internship. Annie says, wait, no one else was there. Dean, well, no one else from edit. Lydia from photo was there for a little minute and a new guy in copy, but they were smart enough to be on their way to another party, unless they were lying. Oh my God, they were lying, Annie says. How long did you stay? Dean, until the end, basically. Annie, what? Oh no, Dean. I didn't know what else to do. I felt so bad, and Gloria totally knew what was happening. She basically hid in her kitchen all night, slicing limes for no reason, while the rest of us sat around making this painful small talk. It was so embarrassing. Then Annie says, oh, Dean, I'm so sorry, but see what she did? She held you hostage, emotionally. You can't let her do that, Dean says. I felt bad. Yeah, well, don't. We're grown-ups. We're supposed to choose our friends. Dean, brightly again. Hey, Miles. Yeah. Okay, we're going to stop right there because I think that's pretty good. We could just stop right there. All right, give me 1 second to come back on the screen so we can talk about this. All right, hold on. Let me see how I can get off the screen. Here we go. Bear with me. It's going to definitely get better as I learn it. Hold on. Let me find out where that thing is. Oh, found it. It was right there in front of me. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Willie. I see you have joined me. All right. Okay. Yeah, so that right there was the scene. And hopefully we got some information about who Gloria is. If you didn't, I'm about to break it down right now. All right. So in this scene, we have two people that we're talking about Gloria. Okay, that's who we are. We are reading this to get clues about who we are. We are Gloria. For one, we know that we had a housewarming. That tells us something about us. Having a housewarming means that you just moved into a new place. Okay, so we know that Gloria just moved into a new place and she had invited some people over. From what Dean was telling us is that no one really showed up, or they showed up, but then what happened? They left. Right? So then the people left, and the only person left there was Dean. So Dean was the last one there. All right, so we know that we, Gloria, had a housewarming, and the last person to leave was Dean. He stayed to the end. Dean said that we stayed in the kitchen slicing some limes. Now, why we were in the kitchen slicing some limes, we don't know for sure. Now, he says, the characters in the script that we read says that Gloria, we were in the kitchen slicing limes because we were embarrassed, right? That could be an opinion. We don't know for sure, but that gives us an idea. So as we are reading this and as we go deeper into the script and get more information about it, we will see if we, the character Gloria, if we were actually embarrassed. Or is that, again, just an idea, a thought that Dean has about our situation because he feels embarrassed for us. So you can always play around with it, okay? It's always what is the better choice. Now, with the lack of information that we have, when we are, let's say we have to audition this, we can decide if we want to be embarrassed, or maybe we were in there because we were hoping that more people were showing up. So we were cutting more lines because we actually maybe planned to have more people and we were running out of lines. That's a choice. Maybe those lines were for you. You were chopping them up for some other reason for tomorrow. So you was just preparing, wasting time. Like again, maybe you weren't really embarrassed. Or if you were and you were embarrassed, that's a choice as well. So then you were in there for that reason. But the thing is that the fact is that you were in the kitchen chopping and cutting up limes. So that gives you an idea about Gloria. For one, she likes limes in whatever drink she's making. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's see what else. Oh, the relationship. This tells you about the relationship between these people. And as we was reading it, we know that they were most likely co-workers. They mentioned editing, the printing and copying, all that stuff. So we know it has something to do with maybe journalism, working at a newspaper spot, whatever it is you're dealing with, editing, which we know is something with writing, right? So this gives us an idea of what kind of job Gloria does also. And we haven't even met Gloria yet. So it's always important to read the script. Read the stage directions when you get the script. Do not just read your lines. Please don't just read your lines and start memorizing. Read all the other things as well. I keep looking down because I have some notes here. So we talked about Gloria having a housewarming. So we know that Gloria was having a housewarming. Okay, we know that people was in and out pretty much. They came and then they left. The last person there was Dean. How do you feel about Dean? We know that she's co-workers with these people that she had invited. Let's see, she was slicing limes. We know that. And then the other character said that Gloria's an emotional terrorist. She's saying that Gloria's emotional. All right. So that tells you a little bit about Gloria. That tells you how the other character sees Gloria. Is Gloria really emotional? So you have to think about that when you're actually reading your lines. And again, like I said, we haven't even gotten to Gloria's lines yet. So we don't even know how she is. But let's say when you get your lines, then you know, okay, they think that she's some kind of emotional terrorist. You can play on that. Maybe she is emotional, very emotional, but then you have to figure out why. Why is she emotional? Why would people see her as emotional? Maybe she's gone through something. Well, we do know she just moved into a new place, right? That could be a lot of work. You got to pack, you got to unpack, you got to find a place, you got to get the first and last month's deposit. You got to make sure your credit's straight. That could be pretty stressful. So maybe that is the reason why she seems so emotional or so emotionally draining. Maybe she talks a lot and she likes to just yip and yap a lot, to people, and she's overwhelming. But again, we are not to judge our character. Okay. So even though she says that we are an emotional terrorist, right? We aren't supposed to be like, oh man, I'm an emotional terrorist. No, you don't judge that person. You have to figure out, why am I like this? And then have it make sense. So like I said, we know that she is moving into a new place. It's a lot. She could just be, overwhelmed with moving into a new place. And this is why she is like this. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please put some comments down, and I don't mind clarifying what I just said. I know I'm speaking fast. If I need to slow down, tell me to just go ahead and slow down. Yeah. So let me see what else. Yeah, she likes limes and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much some of the information that we got from that piece of information. And again, we don't even know what Gloria is. We don't even have her sides of what she's talking about. So again, this class right here was really just to look at information about your character in the script without immediately going to your words and starting and memorizing lines like right away. Because what you want to do is figure out who your character is. And once you know who your character is, you can put this character in any kind of situation. right? You can put this character, even though it may not be in the script, like the cameraman or on stage that they're going to show Gloria in the kitchen cutting limes. But if you know this character, you can improv how she would be in the kitchen cutting limes. If she is embarrassed, you know how Gloria is in the kitchen cutting limes. You should be able to take your character outside of a script and put this character in any kind of situation and know how they're going to act. All right. So again, before you start memorizing lines, get to know who your character is. Now I understand if you have an audition in like 2 hours, you may want to start becoming familiar with those lines, but know who that character is first. Either way, you're going to know who that character, you need to know who that character is, because in an audition, in an in-person audition, you get to have your sides with you. All right. When you go in person to audition for casting directors, you get to hold your sides in your hand. It's perfectly fine to do that, but you have to know how to do that. Maybe that can be another class. But so yeah, the words are secondary. The emotion, the character, who you are, that's primary. That's the first thing. Okay, I'm not speaking really fast. All right, thank you, because thanks, praise. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah. But when you have to do an audition and it's self-tape, you do want to have it memorized as much as you can. But again, the importance is in knowing who the character is. And with this live, I wanted to emphasize how you can find clues about who your character is by reading the entire script with no judgment to your character. With auditions, again, you're not going to get the entire script, and there's reasons for that, because the casting directors and the producers, directors, they don't want their scripts just floating around, to everyone, especially if you're not going to be cast in it. So it's up to us to get as much information from them sides. Remember what sides are, those inserts from the script of what you are to audition, right? So yeah, y'all know my train of thought. I'd be here, and then it just goes blank. But yeah. What else? Yeah, you just want to make sure that you read everything. Remember to read these stage directions. Okay, read the stage directions, read the actions. That tells you a lot about your character. Read the whole script, like I said, with no judgment to your character is. So if they're saying that you're an emotional terrorist and your character really is just over the top and just draining, you do not see this person as in that way. You are to come up with reasons why this person could be like that. And like I said, she's having a housewarming. Maybe she's shy. Maybe this is her first time having all these people around and she's like nervous and don't know what to do. And she's just, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I'm so anxious, So do not judge your character. Look for clues about what other people say about your character as well. Again, if you have any questions, we're going to use this time. I'm here to answer any questions. So please ask anything that you would like to ask. I am here to answer them at this time. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Make sure, like I said, that you read the script. Read it as many times as you need to get your who are you, where are you, what are you doing, why are you doing it, what are you talking about. You need to understand all of that stuff, and you get that from reading the script. If you have your sides and it's not in there, make a choice of where you are. So if you say that you are at school or you're at the library or you're at home, then make a choice and stick with that choice. Don't be at the library whispering in the scene and then you're not fully committed to it. And then all of a sudden you're at the park. Sorry, my dog just came into the house. He's in here barking now. She's in here barking, so you may hear her. So make a choice and stick to it. Make a strong choice. Make sure that it makes sense to the story. Okay. Jesse says Vark Tech. I'm not sure what that means, Jesse. Is that a school? I don't know. I guess clarify what that means. So yes, yeah. What else? No judgment. Read the script without placing yourself in as the character. Try to read it with no emotion because the emotion could change. All right. So when you're reading it, this is a tip or trick that I've heard about also. When you're reading a script and let's say it calls for you to cry, you read the script and you feel yourself getting all emotional, try to just stop it. Stop that emotion. Stop it right there. Stop reading it. Go do something else. And the reason I say that is because when you read it and you start crying and you feel it, oh, I'm so sad, and oh my gosh, the script is so good. When it's time to act it out, you may use up some of that emotion. All right. And it's not gonna be as strong. That's something you got to figure out what works for you when it comes to scenes like that. Figure out what works for you. But if you can just stop, let me take a break. I'll come back to it, pick up from there, and then just read it. Just read it just to understand where you are. Don't read it to get the emotions right away, because again, those emotions could change depending on when you start studying your character more. You may be like, my character won't even cry. My character will probably be, my character would just hold it in. My character has other ways of being sad. It doesn't always have to go straight to crying. If you can feel that emotion within here, your viewers can feel it. They can see it. All right. Your viewers will be crying. We don't always have to cry. Get them to cry. All right. Let me see what else. Without the emotion, read without emotion. The reason why is so that you can receive the story with understanding. You want to understand what's going on. So then when you audition, when you do the scenes, it makes sense. All right. You want it to make sense. Our job as actors is to tell the story. Okay. That's our job as actors. We are here to tell a story. And you got to tell a story by understanding what's going on. All right. Okay. So I am going to get off this thing. I really do thank you all for tuning in, joining me. If there's anything that you want me to talk about for the next time that we go live, please reach out to me and say, hey, I want you to talk about this. If you want to come on a live with me to talk about whatever it is that you have going on, if you want to jump on this thing and do a monologue and do like a live lesson where I critique you, if you don't mind being critiqued in front of everyone, let's go ahead and have fun with this. I do plan on doing this. My goal is to do it on Wednesdays. I know today is Thursday for most of us. It might be Friday for some of you who's tuning in. But I want to do this on Wednesdays at between 12 and 2. So if you have a preference, you guys just go ahead and comment that so we can make this a weekly thing, see how it goes. I don't mind doing this every week just to give you some information and some tips. Remember that there is the Acting for Beginners Academy. Let's go ahead and pop that up. Acting for Beginners Academy that you can join. If you feel led to just donate to the academy so that we can continue to make this thing bigger and better, go ahead and do that. So again, send all your questions, anything that you have, send it my way. And I want you all to have a beautiful, blessed, wonderful rest of your week. Peace out.
You want to be an actor but don't have any training? You can't take any classes or go to school because you have a life and you don't have the time? Well, if this sounds like you, then you need to join Acting for Beginners Academy, where you are in control of your energy, your time, and your acting education. Acting for Beginners is an online, self-paced academy where you will receive reliable information from me, Danny Guevara, with over 13 years experience. We'll discuss breaking into the industry, developing a healthy mindset and confidence, which we all can use, and we'll also pursue acting the right way. So head over to www.actingforbeginners.academy, where you will be in control of your acting education, your confidence, your acting career, or hobby. See you there. Bye.
I wasn't supposed to still be on the screen. Peace out, y'all.